Hello, good people. Welcome to the Save Happy Life channel with me, Dr. Rose M. Today's topic is on our graduates, the ones that graduated last year, and I have given it a title, From 20 Shillings to a Six-Figure Salary. You sure want to be with me to the end. We have spent the last 6 days talking to and with our young graduates, the ones who graduated last year. And in the course of the 6 days, we have discussed a few things. I have urged them to explore further studies as students in areas where students get student work permit and a high possibility of being retained in the same countries thereafter graduation. We have talked of the immigrant-friendly Canada. Number 2, we talked about enrolling in recruitment rosters. That is posting our CVs there, such rosters such as Canadem and NORCAP. Number 3, we also talked about countries where we have free studies, where a student goes to study for free and all they require to do is raise money for their upkeep. Countries like Germany, Czech Republic, Norway, Finland, Sweden, Greece, and even Brazil. And number 4, we talked about common mistakes that deny somebody an opportunity, a recruitment opportunity in a resume or in a CV. And number 5, we have also covered qualities of a job-winning CV. And number 6, we have covered letters to prospective employers. These are application letters, motivation letters, letters of interest, cover letters. We have made we have discussed the difference between or the difference amongst all these letters and their importance and how to do them well in order to win a job. All these topics are in the list in the videos, so you can go back and watch them in the playlist. And today is the last day we want to talk about these graduates, or we want to focus on the new graduates. And today I want to give hope. I want to give them hope. I want to give hope, a lot of hope to these graduates, because reality is setting in. I know, sons and daughters, the reality of January, the reality of the fact that you're no longer in campus, the reality of the fact that you're not opening college again, you're not going to school again, and now you have suddenly found yourself at home. College graduation excitement is waning off. End of year activities have also died down, and this is now the hard January for you, for all of us actually. So what next for you? You still looking for a job, I believe, and I want to urge you that looking for a job is a full-time job. You need to sit still, visit job sites, and write tens of thousands of applications. Tens. Do not get tired of writing applications, because we have read true stories of people who have gotten a job in their 300th application. So do not get tired. Just sit still and do applications. Right now, you're not in college and you're just about to get into a gap in your life that employers do not like to see. Remember what we said when we were talking about the CV or resume writing, that employers do not like having a gap in one's life. So it is time to look for something to fill up this gap. You cannot write in your CV that I was writing applications or that I was looking for a job. That does not sound convincing enough to an employer. So it is time now you started looking for ways and means of filling up this gap as you hope and as you apply for your dream or plum job. And I would like to suggest a few things that you could be doing while you wait for your job, for your permanent and pensionable job, hopefully, or for a contract. And these are some of the things that could take you through mentally and even physically to the next level. Number one, form a mindset that you're ready for a volunteer position, and in that way you will look for a volunteer job, a place where you can give back to the community. This place does not need to be far from where you are coming, where you're staying or where you live. And who knows, your volunteer position could end up as a job position. Possibly you could, if you're trained as a teacher, you can volunteer to teach in the school near your home, and that way you might impress the BOG or the board of governors there, and they might want to have you in maybe after 1 or 2, 3, 4 months. And the other thing that I would urge you to do is take advantage of these crises that we have in the education system in the country, or in our country called Kenya. We have this year children who are doing class 8, that is KCPE, and children who are doing form 4, that is KCSE exam, and they have a lot of pressure. In fact, even form 3s and class 7 students, they have a lot of pressure in them, and they are not getting sufficient time to go through the syllabus with the teachers as adequately or as effectively as the teachers would want or as the students would feel comfortable. You can take advantage of this situation and grab a few of the neighboring children, and either you coach them for free, or if the situation allows, you can show them a few of the mathematical problems or some chemistry or physics for a small fee that may buy for you some oil, some lotion, might be enough to finance your salon, your barber, depending on where you go for that kind of grooming. So that is another thing that you can do either for money or for free. Number three, look for something else to do in the meantime, and this is the time to grow your hobbies into something that can give you money or can give you some little reward. For example, do you like cooking? The list of the things that you can cook for people is endless. If, for example, you like spinning the chapati, we have very many people who like eating chapati and they do not want to cook. They do not know how to cook good chapati. You can even be moving from home to home making chapati for people for a fee. Do you like beauty-related activities? You may want to engage in beauty-related activities, whether you're a man or woman. And even for chapati, it's whether you're a man or woman. These are things that you do to fill up the gap and also to keep busy and to earn yourself a few coins. So if you like beauty-related activities, you do not necessarily need to have a salon. The people who move from home to home doing beauty work or doing beauty activities to various people depending on the arrangement. So yours is a whole world that you can conquer with beauty. Making children's hair, women's hair, even the men who do not want to visit the barber shop, sometimes they want to do it in the comfort of their home. If you are good at it, why not? Is gymnastics your hobby? You can do that too to fill up the time and also possibly to make some money. Do you have a creative activity that you like? I have a nurse friend who is earning a lot of money from crocheting ladies and girls and children's bags. You could do something similar. The idea is to fill up the gap and to get something for your pockets. The other thing that you could do during this period, please remember to keep in touch with like-minded persons. Right now, you had friends in college and suddenly they are no longer together, you no longer meet, you no longer talk, but I urge you that it is important that you do not retreat into your own world of aloneness, but keep a support group, social support group. It could be WhatsApp group, it could be any other type of group. A group where you exchange ideas, a group where you network, a group where you feel at home, and a group where you're able to talk to people who are possibly doing the same things as you, or who have done better than you, or who may have ideas of how to do it better than you're doing. Because it may start to feel lonely now that you are detached from your college activities, from your college colleagues, and depression is real and it loves lonely or people who are alone, and you feel the world is shrinking for you. Number 5, explore for opportunities beyond your area of training. Look out for the gaps in the community needs and figure out ways of addressing them. I know of an electrician who trained at a very high level as an electrician, but he turned out to be a vegetable farmer because he realized that his place or his area of operation, he would get jobs as an electrician, but the clients had trouble paying him, so he decided to do something else that is giving him fulfillment, giving him money, and also filling the gap of that he realized that his community needed. Now he's a very successful vegetable farmer. Your degree gave you power to do and to read beyond, quite really beyond what you had learned in class. Number 6, let the internet be your best friend because that is the source of everything these days. I know you may have posted a few items on the web that may not be the correct representation of you this time. You would not want your employer to do a background check and find some of the postings that you may have posted when you were in first year or after Form 4 or in second year or third year. Now it is time to clean up your social media presence so that it looks presentable, it sells you to any employer that may want to do a background check on you if and when they ask you to attend an interview or when they want to employ you. Some employers are doing that these days. So just make sure that your social media presence is what you would want your future employers to read about you or to see of you. Number 7, you may occasionally get the feeling, I don't know what to do, I don't know where to start. Suddenly, this life is not really what I had foreseen or forethought. I want to urge you that it is normal, perfectly normal to feel that way. Do not worry. This is a phase that is passing. So do not dwell on that down feeling that you might get of, I do not know where to start. Number 8, do not allow yourself, please, dear son, dear daughter, young graduate, to be dragged into things that could get you into trouble with your health, that could get you into trouble with the law, or that could jeopardize chances of getting a position in future. I know of people who have been discontinued after being taken in as cadets in the Kenya Defence Forces simply because they failed the toxicology tests. Please keep your system clean. Keep your body free from those many markings that people want to put, and they call them tattoos and nose and all manner of piercing of the body, because who knows, 6 or 5 or 3 years down the line, you might get an opportunity to either do cabin crew as a career, and you might be denied that opportunity simply because your body has a tattoo, or simply because your body has been found with traces of drugs or substance that you may have been using that are not appropriate. So do not be dragged into those things that may make your position in future a little difficult. And lastly, number 9, dear graduates, dear son, dear daughter, if you encounter very hard times ahead, because you will encounter hard times ahead. Some of us did encounter hard times ahead. Some of you similarly will encounter very hard times ahead. Just know that very many people have gone through the same route. I know of 2 young men who are tammacking in Nairobi. These are people personally known to me, and they were tammacking in Nairobi. Those days, people used to move from office to office, dropping CVs, dropping application letters. Thankfully, these days you do it online mostly. And at some point, the two had 2 coins of 20 bob each. And they found themselves in Nairobi Central Business District, where they had spent the whole day moving from office to office, looking for someone to give them something to do in exchange for some money. These 2 young men, they were living outside CBD, of course, in an estate within Nairobi. And the fare to their home estate was 50 shillings per person. And they had 20 shillings each, remember. So each had a shortfall of 30 shillings for fare. Their first idea was, we can walk, and then when we are bit and when we get near home and the fare would have dropped, then we can hop into a public mode of transport. And we can pay 20 shillings each and we get home. Then they remembered that in their house they did not have a grain of rice to eat. They did not have any food. So what did they do? They got a brilliant brainwave, and they decided to walk into some place, some market with near the CBD, where they were selling a few things, amongst them boiled maize and sugarcane. So they bought each a comb of boiled maize at 10 shillings and a small package of sugarcane at 10 shillings. Now each had a maize comb ready to eat and some pieces of sugarcane ready to chew. And they started walking home, a distance that was quite long, but they had faith, and they had confidence, and they drew strength from each other. And of course, the food that they were eating, the maize and the sugarcane, gave them the energy and the sugar to walk. And they hit the road. They walked, talked, and chewed. They got home, slept, and they had won the day. Today, they are earning a 6-figure salary. So hang on there. Hang on there, young man. Hang on there, young girl, young lady. And do what is sensible and keep hope alive. I am sure I have spoken to you. Please share. Once you are blessed, let the blessing flow from you to another person by sharing. Please share, and I wish you all the best, graduates, as you go through the stages of getting a job and getting employed, getting contracts. The world is there for you to conquer. Subscribe, share, and like the video. Thank you very much. Bye bye.